Hi there, Jay here, and we are back with more Brony D&D. And I learned my lesson last time. I have the microphone closer to me and farther away from the computer speakers. And let's see, my volume, my computer volume is at 50 out of 100 right now. So hopefully that's good enough. Why isn't it letting me drag my? Oh, okay. All right. So, hopefully you'll be able to hear me over the computer audio instead of the other way around like last week. I'm still figuring this out, as you can tell. Okay. But in any case, we are starting in 3, 2, 1.
I will remember you.
Wait.
Will
Wait,
you
what?
remember me?
Wait.
Don't let your
Oh yeah, because we all died from diabetes last week. Now I got it.
Weep not for the memory.
I'm okay because I stockpile 1-ups for my
They ain't
other
getting any deader. Back to the show.
interdimensional escapades. Wait, what was
They ain't
that?
getting any deader. Back to the show. Oh, they ain't getting any deader. Back to the show.
Turning down the volume to 40. Actually, I think that's 36. Let's go 36.
I am gonna have so much fun
all
doing
right.
this.
And fade to black. I hope what I have planned will be half as beautiful as this.
Did I do good?
Also,
You
you
did
see
brilliant.
it now. Whoa,
Did I do a good idea?
where's everything?
Alright.
Everything's
All
dark.
Let me get some. Yeah, let me get some things done.
Yeah, so I can still see myself. Cool.
I am seeing nothing but black. I got a black screen.
Oh yeah. You're supposed to. It's like
Okay.
right?
I see
Oh.
Lucid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, there it is.
yeah. It's like I'm. Yeah, I'm basically. This is how I'm. Signaling like night, and I'm currently moving people from one point to another.
Yeah, Ben, I said I had an idea that did not want to ruin your idea because I still don't know what you have planned, but I hope this helped it out.
Oh, you.
Also,
He's got to add like
Toa
a
no
few more
Kama in
verses
the
to his idea now.
Sorry.
No, that was beautiful. You kidding me? And Ellie, thank you for the beautiful art.
We had so much fun role playing all of that.
There I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jalarum and Phaethurin, I'm gonna have to ask you all to roll listen checks.
Uh-oh.
Sex. Oh, I'm on
I
the wrong page.
don't like that. I don't like that one
Once the
bit.
hero's
There we
face wore off, I put my HP back to what it should be.
I
Right.
gotta do that after.
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20.
Wow,
Nice.
that's 20, nice.
Ooh,
That's what I just said.
brilliant.
All right. Well, Phaethurin, you hear
Hopefully my
screaming,
voice isn't too loud. Screaming?
and it sounds like Nora.
Amael, wake up!
Please don't be
What
Sorn. Please don't be
happened?
Sorn. Please don't be Sorn.
I hear Nora screaming.
Oh my gosh. Jalm immediately grabs Quick Strike and gets on a uniform.
Jay immediately grabs his
Alright.
emotional
Yeah,
support Yoshi.
All right, so you grab up and you head towards Nora's room.
Okay, not to in the room, but for a minute I genuinely thought he said grabs quick strike and gets on a unicorn.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah. Anyways, so you get in, and then you see Gareth just like looming over Nora, just like who's still in bed, just kind of writhing.
I still can't
Still
see
see
anything.
black.
Oh yeah, and
Isn't technology wonderful?
Yeah, because I'm also the second camera.
all right, and
Let there be light.
Yeah,
And I was
you
like-
weren't the only one who was just seeing black. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not good.
John burst in. What's going on?
yeah, it's like Gareth looks aside. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. She just starts screaming, and I tried waking her up, and she wouldn't
It's
wake
not
up.
Owen, is it?
Okay, I'm gonna roll a knowledge arcana.
Oh wait, she can't wake up. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna wake up Owen. Runs down the door.
Okay, good.
And just
Dalrymple.
bangs on Owen's door. Owen, wake up! Nora's in trouble. She's having trouble getting. She's screaming and she can't get out of a dream.
I see.
Why do you always sound like that?
I'm sorry that I
Yes.
sound so intimidating. That's not intentional.
Now, I didn't say intimidating, but since you brought it up.
What were you thinking then?
I was thinking callous.
I was thinking sinister.
Yeah.
All right, so Gareth steps out of the way. He says, "Please."
I was trying to do this.
Well, Owen would have to enter the dreamscape through, I don't know, would you call it a mind meld?
Kinda.
Wait,
Yes.
is it Zaylin? That is
All
the
right, so Owen,
other Drow's name, right?
you take a deep breath. You place both of your hands over her head, careful not to touch her, and then they begin to emit this soft light blue light. And in it, you see probably what you were expecting. You see a very grisly recreation of the night that Eleanor was murdered.
Ooh.
And you also see the corpse of the succubi.
Oh.
Nora.
Yikes.
I suppose I need to get some clarity on where this is all coming from so that I can better combat it.
All right.
Can you bring the others with you?
You
that a thing?
begin thinking about you begin to study the dream a little bit, and you do realize that this is an induced nightmare. Like someone induced this. This isn't natural.
But it's
But
not
you
Owen
do
this
know,
time.
but you do have power over this. So, and you realize the fastest way to figure this out is to wake her up, and you know exactly how to. And given your power over dreams, you can do that.
Okay. Is this
Great.
time for a roll that I haven't made in I don't know how very long?
Oh wow, auto hypnosis.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've used that skill for anything.
Yeah. Yes, and I brought it back. Yay! Yay!
That's the first thing you
Anyways.
brought back from season 1.
All right, so concentrating very hard, you focus all of your magic and abilities on trying to wake Nora up. Then, with a gasp, Nora's eyes shoot open.
Nora, are you all right?
Give her an emotional support,
No,
Yoshi.
no, I'm not all right.
Nora, calm down.
Hug. Hug the Yoshi.
DM, may I roll listen?
Yes.
Hi.
It's immediately she just tries to hug the nearest person to her, and it's Owen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Did she fall out of bed?
Faye,
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, it is the slip time. It is the time for the slip.
Dang it, Ari!
Yep.
Well, at
What
this
is this
point,
quote-heavy episode?
I think Owen would still be focused within the dreamscape because waking Nora was not the only thing he would be intending to do, realizing that, okay, if he's going to be focusing on others to get my attention, then I guess I'd better make sure that I have his full attention.
So what are you doing?
Oh, that one.
Well, I need to be able to wrestle the dreamscape against the attacker. I don't know if that's something that's even allowed in this case.
Not in the
Make
real.
another auto hypnosis check.
Well, let's see how well this pulls off this time.
I truly hope it's.
really?
Yay!
Well,
Amber snoring helps
good.
Ivan sleep.
That's good.
Very good.
That's the most diabetes-inducing
All
explanation.
right. So,
Thus, it is canon.
because you're still in the dreamscape, Nora's conscious. You're looking around, and yes, you see a pair of beady eyes and a mask and a quarter just looking at with you in rage. And looking at that face, a small smirk, just the corners of your mouth just turn up slightly as you focus all of your energy towards a rebound. And then as the energy flows in that general direction, you hear this you hear this very male-sounding scream echo all throughout the dreamscape before being ejected.
Oh, I was actually hoping that I could
Was it
trap him
pain
within
or
his own
frustration?
dreamscape for a time.
Unfortunately, you don't have that much power.
I guess it's enough for him to know that I mean business. Okay, so at this point, Owen would be waking up with Nora wrapped her arms around him and realizing,
Hello,
how much did I miss?
Rain.
Faye, suggestion, just see if you can pry Nora off.
Yeah,
just
Faye is trying to gently pry Nora off of Owen. Oh.
Yeah, and then it's as is Gareth, and she moves from, and she's like holding really, really tightly, like she's just trying to hold on to something.
Can I move behind Owen for a strength to see if it can just try and pry the arms from the hands? Like roll a, like.
Please stop! Just let me be. Just.
Nora.
Gareth steps back. Maybe.
Out of character. I mean, he did just save her.
All right.
She didn't. Does she know that it was him?
Okay. Jal steps back.
So instead of trying to pry her off of Owen, Faye just starts petting Nora's hair gently. It's okay, Nora. It's all right.
No, it's not okay!
Echo. Or was that just my computer?
Nora, what happened? What did you see?
I saw it again. That night.
Jalaram steps out of the room again, and puts his back and places his back to the wall.
I'm gonna try to roll a listen check again because I really think Ivan is needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of us. I'm gonna roll one too.
Yeah, try again.
Nat
I
20.
nat 1, so okay, I got a 15.
And
Hey.
Better.
There you go.
I think I heard that.
So yes, Amber's snoring a little bit, but Ivan, you detect a disturbance.
In the force?
No.
He detects
In
a
the happiness.
disturbance on the wind. There's a negative vibe he's getting, and it bothers
I sense
him.
the disturbance and the positivity.
He slowly creeps
Amber's
out of bed to
snoring.
not wake his beloved, but he has
Amber's snoring lessened just enough that Ivan couldn't sleep.
heads up the door.
All right, you head out the door, and you see a very forlorn-looking Jalarum standing outside Nora's room.
John, what happened?
Nora had a magically induced nightmare.
And it wasn't Owen this time.
Owen managed to get her out, but she's still not calming down. Don't
worry.
You want to grab your loot.
I know what to do. Don't worry, I sleep with it.
What?
Okay, okay, we're going to talk about that in the morning.
All right. So, if I can find...
Hey, some people sleep with stuffed animals. Ivan sleeps with his loot.
All right.
It's his teddy bear. Even though he is a teddy bear.
Ivan approaches from behind. Everybody hears the song and turns around to see him.
Ivan.
Thought you could use a little happiness.
All right. Owen, you feel Nora's grip loosen a little bit.
In that case, I'm going to have to very gently try and move myself back so the rest of the party can do what they do best.
Nora just kind of sinks down next to the bed and just kind of curls up into herself.
Nora, I want you to close your eyes, take deep breaths, just listen for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Faye takes a step to the doorway and just peeks out of it. Amael?
Hmm?
Are you alright?
I don't know anymore. Thought we were progressing, but looks like Nora just had a relapse. Forced relapse.
Well, you know as well as I do that trauma doesn't go away so easily.
Same with the guilt.
I know.
And also with her anger still.
Does that feel a little bit better?
You see her breathing just kind of slow down.
Nora.
There you go.
I'm feeling a little lightheaded.
Do you want to lay down?
I don't want to go back to sleep right now.
Okay. Could somebody get her some water? Owen, could you make her some water?
Make her create food and water. Create water was Rose's thing.
Oh.
Well, Owen can.
Food and water.
Yeah.
I mean, like, nice little nighttime nibble of French baguette. I mean, I'll take it.
Also specific.
Jal makes a pass to Faye. Like, I think I'm just gonna be around the corner. I don't want her. I don't want to trigger anything. In case she relapses again.
Okay. Faye goes back over to Nora. Do you want to talk about it, or?
Is this gonna be forever?
Nope.
No. It won't be.
It's gonna pass like all things do.
No, it's what I've done. Is how long is it going to hurt?
I don't think anyone can tell you that. Right now, you're the only one holding a grudge over it.
But I don't hate Jalaran for what he did anymore.
I'm not talking about Jalaran.
Oh.
I can say one thing. It's never going to stop hurting, but it does get easier. I know what it feels like to hurt somebody.
Jal, while still outside the corner, depends on how it depends on how you deal with it.
It won't go away, but you're able to cope eventually. You know we're going to be here to help you.
All of us.
Except the story dragon, who didn't hear a darn thing.
Or Ryan.
Yeah.
She's been through it. She's been through it.
Girls' night was a lot of pain for her. She needs to sleep.
Well, to be fair, like, I don't know. There's a lot of us who can identify, a lot of the characters who can identify with the lost parent. I mean, I know Rhyme feels guilty about her parents' deaths because she has the same magic that Simula does. So, I mean, it would have been nice if she could have been there, but, you know, she also doesn't do touchy-feely very well. So,
And
win some, lose some.
Amber literally killed her dad by her own hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll that illicit check and pray.
If you get a nat 1.
Lightning versus salty.
No, not much.
If you want, Ivan can wake up.
That would be cheating.
I'll just say that the music reverberates through the walls, and both Rhyme and Amber wake up.
Okay.
Oh. DM pulling some strings.
Yeah,
Pun
Amber,
intended.
you
I'll take
recognize that Ivan usually only plays this song when someone's upset.
Oh no. Okay, I dash out. Sliding.
Jalrum, it looks forlorn and
Kitty.
oh, geez, walk.
Feline.
Walks to. Yeah,
Yeah,
walks
yeah,
to.
Watch out for
Walks to the table and starts. Does something he hasn't done since season 3, and that's pray to Erevan.
Oh, okay, you're praying. Okay. Ivan.
Wait, so Tatum was just running back and forth and back and forth? Makes sense. Cat, zoomies. R/zoomies.
I can't hear.
Unless if you're talking, your microphone went dead.
Okay, there you go. I hear you.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. Okay, can y'all still hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You're clear.
Must have bleeped out. Did internet connection. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna assume everybody just tells me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amber kind of just starts crying a little bit in front of Nora, and sits next to her. Or, well, first she asks, "May I sit next to you?"
Nora doesn't really give a response.
All right, she sits down. I know what happened between Jalarim and you. I don't know if I can relate. I killed my father just a few nights ago by my own hand. And I didn't have a choice in it. Or, you know what I did? I did have a choice. But he wanted me to live my life. Nora, I don't know what your parents would have wanted for you, but based on how you're reacting right now, I know that they loved you very much. And if it helps in any way, I'm not good at this either. But I do know if you're reacting this much because you love them so much, then that means they loved you just as much too. And I gently put a hand on hers.
Yeah, you see Nora just grips your hands like really tightly, but you know, it doesn't hurt you because you know you're a dragon, but
yeah,
you can tell that she's squeezing very hard.
Yeah. I know it's okay to be sad, Nora. And it's okay to cry. And it's okay to go back a little bit and feel this way.
It just means you're on a path that has obstacles. And sometimes you trip. And that's okay.
Okay, out of character. Y'all are stealing my advice to Doc from our moment with Dr. Wolf. Okay, I call
I did? Really? I'm not even noticing.
Yeah, I'm just saying from experience.
I'm actually playing off from my actual event of losing my dad, so.
Aw, love you.
I lost mine too. So.
And I had a dream about him. A good dream. So I'm gonna try and play that in. I know they're probably looking down on you right now.
I still have dreams about my grandparents.
And wishing you to live your life to the fullest.
Grandfathers. My grandmothers are both still alive.
It's okay to miss them. It's okay to be sad. But they know you're strong. And they know that you're being taken care of. They know you're surrounded by people who love you. And that you're gonna be okay.
They want you to
Nora
be...
has an extended
Nora,
family to lean
they
on now.
want you to be the amazing person that they know you can be. That we know you could be.
So do we.
It's not just that. I'm going to have to live with what I did.
Well, you're certainly not the only one in this room who's made mistakes in life, so...
No, I took something precious and irreplaceable from Jalarum.
As we did from you, Nora.
Yeah, Amber kind of claps her hands around Nora's hands firmly, like to get her attention. It wasn't your fault, Nora, and I won't hear of it. You were manipulated into a situation that you did not deserve. The same... Yeah, Amber is really taking a breath and admitting something. The same with me. Don't blame yourself. You're giving them what they want. And I know your parents raised a stronger daughter than this.
Permission to die
Don't
now,
let
sir.
them win. Do not let them win.
Can can you all stay with me, please?
Of course.
Absolutely.
So
Ivan leans up against her while he keeps playing the song.
So Nora just continues, like just curled up against the bed, gripping Amber's hand. It's like Gareth moves over to sit on the bed, and he just gently puts his hand on her head.
Amber looks up at Owen. Thank you.
Thanks for everything.
Gareth looks up as well. Thank you, Father Lightbringer. It's don't know what we would do without you.
I just hope you understand how much you mean to this group. Hope we made that clear enough.
Amber smirks. Even if you are a grubby old dwarf.
All right. So, and do you think we could seen this?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think so.
I don't know why I'm
All right.
answering.
Insane.
That was beautiful.
Stop making me cry.
No.
All right.
Never.
So you all kind of pass out right next to the bed.
Well, vision
That's gonna be
And,
uncomfortable in the
dance
morning.
in your head.
I mean, like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
you sleep funny and
yeah.
your
So
neck hurts.
Owen is, sitting on the edge of the bed. While he was watching, he kind of nodded off as well.
I imagine it's more like meditating, trying to get a handle on the dreamscape for many individuals now.
You're not meditating, you're napping. I know
You're
the
not
difference.
meditating, you're napping. I know the difference.
Both quoted the exact same thing.
Who says I can't?
So,
Dreamscape.
so Tantamile, because she got woken up with Rhyme, decides, oh, everybody's in a pile, me too! And falls asleep on the top of the pile, because, cats, they like to be on top of everything.
Or a pile.
Cats are wonderful creatures. I really ought to post a photo of all my stuffed animals.
And I'm assuming, do Jalarim and Ryan want to continue their conversation?
I'm easy.
I guess.
All right, go for it.
I will make Plan A work.
One of your strengths would be that confidence of yours. That is why
hope,
you and the rest are better at direct attacks, whereas I rely more on subterfuge. This is actually the first time I've gone into battle. Well, frankly, the first times I've gone into battle at all, but definitely into situations where people can see my face. You have a strength that you don't quite see, Sir Chanliao. All of you do.
What might that be, pray tell?
Other than a drastic case of sheer dumb luck,
That's fair.
you all seem to have quite a determination about you. There have been times where I've undertaken missions where I've had to abandon them and then try again months later while I take care of other missions. Either that particular disguise was compromised or something went a little wrong. But no, when something goes wrong, you pick yourselves back up and you keep going. And that has not usually been part of my world. But you all make it work.
One way or the other.
But just remember, Sir Tanhill, no matter how good you are, you cannot save everyone. You've actually done a lot more saving than I ever have. While I've never raised my hand to hurt a child, I've certainly left them usually fatherless. There are some wicked people in the world, and while I did take them out, the innocent that they may or may not have influenced may still remain. Nothing we ever do is going to be perfect. And I've had to learn that.
Perfection, the impossible pursuit.
But by all means, keep trying to save everyone. But don't let it kill you on the inside when you can't.
Jalarum kind of it starts to tear up a little.
Oh.
Feel free to call me a hypocrite any time.
I'm not going to call you a hypocrite.
Then what? Go ahead. I was just going to say, what's the matter?
Can you put a price on peace?
Hmm.
One of the last things my mother said to me when we put out our mission to kill Windbreath.
Who?
I cannot, for I lost that ledger long ago. How old were you when you made your first kill?
I don't know, like 24, 25.
14. It was an accident. I was only supposed to go for reconnaissance. I was not the assassin yet. But when I found out that the situation was far more dire than we expected, that the noble that I was doing reconnaissance on had already signed on with Sabaton, and long story short, my orders were to kill him. And so I did. I was inexperienced with poisons, and I hadn't developed my more lethal spells yet. But too much arsenic is better than too little. It wasn't pretty. But I do remember that I made friends with his 3-year-old son. I was posing as a maid.
How well did you get to know him?
I was there for about 3 months. The boy, he liked dragons. He loved hearing stories of Amber, actually.
Aww.
His parents had paintings one of which was Amber fighting the demon horde. You have a lot of fan art, by the way.
I suspect we do.
Meta joke.
But the dragon was always his favorite. And since I just so happened to have listened to several stories about you, I often would tell him some.
Leaning on the fourth
What
wall.
stories did you tell of me?
Well, the hero of Gatlas. For that's where he lived, he already knew. He knew about wind breath. In fact, actually, his father was one of the people who didn't particularly care for wind breath when he was still in power, but didn't have a means of doing anything about it.
Was
His father
Windbreath
actually
the
liked
guy
you.
who married Soren's mother?
But the boy, he only wanted to hear about the dragon. When I had to flee, he caught me. He asked me, Sadie, because that was the name that I went under at the time, where are you going? I said, I have to go home. He said, will you come back and play with me? And I lied and said yes. I never saw him again. Do I feel... Do I regret fulfilling my mission? No. Do I regret what that man may or may not have left behind? Yes. The little boy did not... I observed the man with his son. He was actually fairly decent with him. I've seen worse. But you do what you must. I was able... I made sure that the little boy never saw his father how he looked after the poisoning. But that's all the kindness I could do for him.
That's a little relief.
You are not able to save everyone.
But I'm damn sure I'm gonna try.
Of course. You're you. And like I said, you shouldn't stop trying to save everyone. But don't eternally beat yourself up for not being able to. Would you like to know the name of the boy?
Sure. What was his name?
I told you that his father liked you and your friends, the Dishonor Brigade, right?
Yeah.
The boy's name was Walt.
Jalrum is just speechless at hearing that.
I have no
You
context.
have done good, Sir Tamliel. But even those who do the best have mistakes made. What matters most is that our good outweighs the bad and that we learn from the bad. If only I could tell which was which. That's always been my problem.
But after all this is over...
So you're a lot better at determining that than Ravis.
A maggot is much better than he. And I apologize, Ellie. I flinched as soon as I said it. I'm so very sorry.
It's fine.
It was just a word that came into my...
I'm fine.
I'm sorry. An insect is better at determining that than he.
A gnat. Gee, it's silent.
At least
It's
a
gnat.
bee knows not to sting that which will not harm it.
Jalum's flipping through his book again, out of all, and comes to an empty page. Just writes down the words, "Except Robus."
Well,
With an E or with an A?
Do you
Except.
require a fly swatter?
Jalum, Jalum looks down at his hilt. I think I have a big enough one.
Oh! That reminds me, actually. Do you remember that spell, Mage's Disjunction?
Yeah, what of it?
How, if it is centered on an artifact, it will royally make the god whose artifact it is not very happy. Because it will destroy the artifact and bounce back on the user, correct?
Jalum takes his anti-magic field necklace again. Yeah.
What of your sword? Is it an artifact considered?
It belongs to Erevan Elysir.
That would be a yes, then. If Theotherin casts it, I would highly recommend you be nowhere near. Because if his little toy got destroyed, there may be a few layers of Bator to pay. If any of the rest of you have artifacts as well, I would highly recommend not getting anywhere near that spell.
Oh no.
Jalum looks down at it. The second I stop using this, I'm tossing it.
Don't toss it. Give it back. Or else he may not like you anymore. I just wanted to warn you so that you don't accidentally tick off a god who may or may not already still be on your side. The same goes for the rest of you. I don't have any special fancy things like that, but I also don't want Theotherin to lose her magic, and I don't want the gods to be against us, especially when they have helped you so much for so long.
Jalum looks back down at the necklace, but only as a last resort.
Well, I am not the one casting it. I do not have that kind of skill. Just warn Theotherin. How did he even get that anti-magic amulet?
Who, Rodus?
Yes, Snakeface.
Yeah. Well, first time I heard that.
Good one.
Well, thanks to during a siege alongside Mephistopheles. Oh yeah, by the way, that's one of the archmages, archdevils that's on our good side. We were doing a bit of dungeon crawling and / pilfering of stuff that we might find useful.
Azzy Dazzy
Jalum
player.
shows the spider climb gloves. This is one of them. Owen has mithril armor. I think Ivan has a book. I think it's like a music theory book for lutes or a lyre or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Amber has a circlet, but we found it inside. I'm trying to remember. It was a puzzle dedicated to. Oh crap! Was that the one that was dedicated to Saint Cuthbert?
Dan?
The circlet.
No, the necklace.
The amulet, yeah.
Where was this found?
When we did the weight puzzle. Was
That's
that
they're
that
asking
was-
you which puzzle was the one
Oh.
that they
If it
found
was
the
the
first
weight puzzle,
anti-magic amulet.
that was the saint.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I know where to find it.
Luckily for y'all, he keeps all of his session notes.
good?
I wonder who's to thank for that. I mean, you probably got them all anyway, but they're probably organized really well.
Do 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 do.
Make it stop.
My name is Pinkie Pie.
No.
Okay, that one made me
I
laugh.
am here to say. How you doing?
I'm gonna. I'm going to. I will freaking leave. I will 100% leave.
I will stay.
I'm getting pets of improvement.
I think it's an improvement, yeah.
Hello. Greetings, Solar. Let go of my head. Thank you.
Hi, Solar.
Hey, Solar.
Solar, you're a butt.
Ellie says you're a butt.
Understandable.
You're a beautiful person.
And Ben says you're a beautiful person.
Tell him that he is a lovely individual who puts sunshine in people's day.
Hey, little bro.
Also that.
Thank you.
My
That's a
mic
high
is
big
okay,
is
actually,
possessed.
so actually, I there's something I've never thought to say, but I've always wanted to. Finn, I love your glasses. I want your Harry Potter glasses. I seriously do.
Thank you.
I'm the only one in my family who doesn't need glasses, and I've always been the one who wants them.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
nothing's
weird. I
stopping
didn't
you
like
from getting
glasses at
fashion
first, but
glasses.
you got these big round guys. They make your eyes like pop. I like them.
Okay. So the thing you
My glasses
got
have
from the weight
magnets
puzzle
on them,
was
so
an
I can
amulet
clip on
of
my sunglasses.
anti-magic,
Okay,
So
that
that
was
which you gave to Robus.
yes.
So that was
No!
It was
Yep.
balance. It was that saint.
So if that breaks, Saint Cuthbert is gonna be mad.
yes. So it is likely that the original necklace would be considered an artifact. The copies, on the other hand, I'm not 100% sure of. You
Also,
would likely have to ask him for yourself, but I don't think any of you follow him.
Sadly, no. I mean, he is.
does Robus have the
he has a
original,
god of
or
common
is it
sense,
safe
from what I
hidden
understand.
somewhere in
Something we
Loch
severely
Lore
lack.
or somewhere else?
Why do you think none of you worship him, and why he hasn't extended you any favors?
Mhm.
Does he have any friends that you know of?
I'd have to ask Faye in the morning. About
What
that.
else is a synonym for... What goes with fairness? Justice, perhaps? Law?
Oh, erroneous.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Ding 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 ding.
I could stop by the church in the morning.
Yeah, that could... None of you worship Heronius?
Jem does.
Ron tilts her head. Perhaps you don't have to go to the church in the morning. You all seem to be on fairly good terms with your folks. Heck, even mine. But she's probably as far from St. Cuthbert as you can get. Chaotic and whatnot.
I'm in the same boat. Chaotic as well.
I remember when he got hit
Oh,
with
look
by
at us,
pure
two little
chaotic energy as a
troublemakers.
trap in Blalth's area.
Just keep trying to save the world, Jalarum. Just remember that you also need to save yourself from time to time. Get some rest.
Very well.
And with that, she goes back to her room.
All right,
I
John
can
closes.
hear the microwave.
Sorry.
Just
yeah.
at
What
that,
that
John's
was?
pizza was done.
John closes his book and walks over to the other room and decides to curl up alongside Faye with everybody else.
Aw.
Gotta curl up with the wife.
At the
or
shifting
fiancé.
weight, Tantamile falls off of Nora and onto his head.
John ignores it.
You have a cat on your head.
A slowly sobering cat.
That's gonna be a heck of a story in the morning with that hangover.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Still
I think
the
we're
same
good.
day, right?
Yep.
All
Scene.
right. And scene.
Scene.
All right.
Curtain.
Joel, we haven't even gone to Optimar.
Yeah, I know.
We're a role play group, not a combat group.
I noticed. If Jeremy were DMing this, he would be so upset with all of you.
He would be an upsetty spaghetti monster. Yep.
Well, that's why he's not.
He's
Yeah,
a heavy extrovert.
Yeah, Jeremy is a dungeoneer slash
Sadomasochist.
combat. Yeah, he likes dungeons. He likes combat. He does like making fun, goofy little characters, but that's not most of the fun for him.
I would say combat's like the second best thing you guys do. It's more like dungeon crawling that is a distant 77th.
Anyways, so you all wake up, like kind of in a large pile of
Limbs.
Large pile of hugs and back pain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, aren't you glad I'm not in my dragon form right now?
Oh! That would be bad. That would be very bad.
You all can hear Tantamile yowling hungrily from the table.
R//
And then Amber's stomach
my
unites
favorite
with that
subreddit ever.
really loudly.
Hey, Josh,
Yes.
¿dónde está Jaminia?
She has her own room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like,
She ain't in it.
Yeah, she's not.
Oh.
I have a monster in my belly and it's very angry at me.
it's news.
Jeez, I was drinking something that almost came out my nose.
So Jaminia walks past the guards in her casual robe. She walks by the door and she sees the pile. Okay, what did I miss?
I did. What's up?
Blake!
Long
Probably best if we discuss over breakfast.
Thank you, Owen.
Yeah, Amber kind of just picks up Nora and Ivan because they're both on top of her and just hoists them up and carries them. Okay, come on, let's go. Up we go.
This is nice.
Tantamile, get off the table.
Come on,
Yeah, I got Nora and Ivan in both arms. Food.
Jalum is the last to get up and just waits for Nora and Gareth.
No, I'm carrying
She's
Nora.
carrying Nora.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's carrying Nora. Gareth is just kind of, stretching.
Did you sleep well?
I
I
tried.
slept great. Nora, you doing all right? I put her down in the chair.
I don't know. I think I might need a few days.
If
Yeah.
my father is correct, nothing cures bad dreams better than pancakes.
Waffles.
Yes.
What are those?
Amber points to the rectangular, square-shaped pastries covered in syrup. You see those beautiful, magical pastries that perfectly hold butter in its rectangular holes?
I do.
Nectar of the gods.
I
It's a
see.
waffle.
Our canon.
Oh, 150.
That's not going away.
Well, I still stand by what my father used to say. Because I've never had a waffle.
Did your father tell you never to waffle on too much?
Nope. That's why I talk a lot.
Yum, 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 yum.
So 13 temporary hit points, hooray!
Yeah, I load Nora a plate of food. Here, eat, you'll feel better. See if anyone can recognize that reference.
That's Harry Potter.
Yep.
Eat, you'll feel better.
Eat,
Don't
you'll feel
worry,
better.
it's chocolate.
Yeah. You see Nora takes a stack of 2 pancakes, and then she grabs the syrup. She grabs the syrup boat and just starts pouring and pouring and pouring.
Oh, she does that too?
Jalum stops so she doesn't so her pancakes aren't drowning in syrup. I think you're good.
Not even looking out, she just starts shoving it into her mouth and just starts licking the plate.
Sweet tooth.
See, what did I tell you?
Amber, you got the competition.
I need sugar.
I relate.
I need sugar. I need sugar.
Yep.
I relate so hard.
Amber pushes more syrup her way.
I have the
Save
biggest
some for
sweet
me,
tooth you ever
please.
could see.
This is not a healthy.
No. Amber relates to Nora. She knows what she's doing. I know what she's doing because I'd be doing the exact same thing. And in fact, I am. It's not just because I'm hungry. I'm mourning too. This is sad eating right here.
Eating your feelings.
Yes.
Jalum just takes the syrup pot and just plops it on Amber and Nora's plates.
Have ye at it, you two?
Just make sure to brush your teeth
Jalum
afterwards.
just goes for a couple eggs, some sausage, and a muffin.
Now I want breakfast food, and it's 10:49 p.m.
Rhyme chuckles a little bit and she said, I'm going to try a Kylum Oakvale special. She puts down a pancake, puts sausage on it, then puts another pancake on it. Then
Oh,
she
so
eats
it's
like a
not white
sandwich.
bread?
Amber's eyes dilate.
Ooh.
He calls it a griddle.
Huh.
An oak griddle.
Inventive.
I understand the reference.
Okay, Amber decides to one her up a little bit and grabs a slice of ham and stuffs it between 2 pieces of pancake.
Yeah, see, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
The sausage, the pancakes would be dropping down the sides because the sausages are narrow and thin.
They
Well,
call it
unless it's a
the
patty.
pancake.
Yeah, it's a patty.
Sausage.
Sausage patty.
Yeah.
Rhyme, you're brilliant. Nom nom.
Faye
Yeah,
just looked at all of them. Wait.
You
Faye just.
hear a voice from behind you, Rhyme. Yes, my corruption is becoming complete.
Thank
So
you.
it's not white bread?
Faye just looks at all of them, notices that they're all just doing their own thing, and then she decides to say, I would like some pickles and ice cream, please.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Stereotype.
Seriously?
Yeah,
The craving's starting now?
No. And she just keeps eating.
Oh. That was sarcasm.
Do you want
Hey!
jalapenos or salmon on top of that?
They did a
Yes.
joke. Amber swallows her food whole.
Alright, so
Hey, sarcastic?
John just walks walk over to Kyle. So what about what we discussed yesterday? Like,
Are the pancakes
we're
in the
gonna
oak griddle have
you know
syrup
we're going to
stuffed in them?
Optimar to do what we can over there. I'm thinking you do your thing at the same time, because if we both succeed, in our two spots, we'll be ready when Loth and the Lore comes to knocking.
Do we have enough fairies for that? Enough fairies that won't turn our entire party blue?
Speaking of, where is Beline?
Oh, she left yesterday.
I recall. I was wondering if anyone has seen her since then.
Well, we all know how to call her.
True.
Yes, but the last time we did so, Jalaram wound up looking like these creatures that I've heard of in storybooks called Oompa Loompas.
Yes.
And you're pretty good at puzzles.
You married me, dear.
I appreciate that, honey.
Point being, if we're going to need more than if we're going to need that's on Beline, we're going to need a much bigger pot if we're going to get more pixies.
Are you sure Beline won't hog it all?
I've finished. I'll head down to the kitchens and see what I can find.
All right. Yeah, because one small cauldron is enough to fill just one pixie.
I understand. I'll see what I can find.
I'm willing to bet she was simply being greedy.
All right. So, Rhyme, you head down to the kitchens and you see the staff getting ready for the day. Ah, Lady Bowstone.
Before I go down to the kitchen, can I turn into my human self for a moment?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, just, I mean, I could be this around them, but probably not wise for me to do it around anyone else.
Yeah.
I would like a large pot and all of the blueberries that you have.
The head chef looks at you with a very strange look. I'm assuming this is for a mission?
A very, very important one. It is to make something called blueberry soup.
Oh, he just kind of shrugs. Well, part of me is thinking this is a joke, but you've never really joked with me, so all right. He snaps to his fingers in the directions of two chefs, and they retrieve the things you need.
Thank you very much.
Change shirts.
Finally, some good bloody cookware.
Pajamas.
Yeah.
What was that?
Bloody cookware.
Need.
Thank you very much.
Finally, some good bloody cookware.
Yeah. I get it.
All right.
She goes over to one of the stoves and starts a fire. And she does. What skill do I need to do to see if I can cook this?
Give me 1 second.
I'm guessing survival.
That would make sense.
Brief interruptions.
Okay, there's 3 of
That would make sense.
I'm guessing survival.
Oh, okay.
That would make sense.
Okay, there's 3 of those that I could guess. It's like either survival, profession, chef, or craft.
Roll knowledge food.
I have no. Well, okay. No, I have no modifiers in any of those. So really, just tell me something.
Just pick one. Just roll a d20 then.
Oh, a new
Hey,
copy
not
ready in
bad.
Mario Kart Tour.
It's good.
Certainly better than Jalarum.
I'm still playing free to play.
Great. So
Look, I'm
you
sitting
begin.
here idle. I'm gonna get snarky.
All right. You figure you best play it. You figure you'd best play it safe, and you're just mixing the blueberries with a bunch of sugar and syrup.
Yeah.
It's a lot of syrup going on today.
It's a sweet episode.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, with
All right.
Amber's makeover, yeah.
And then
Double trouble, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron.
I will kill you.
I mean, she's kind of a witch.
Excuse you!
I meant rhyme.
I know, but excuse you.
Bitty bitty blueberry. I could make this soup to call on the fairy.
That's cute.
I'll just sit here. I'll just sit here in my corner.
Anyway.
All right.
Where she
you hear a voice
retweets.
behind you, Rhyme. I didn't know you could cook.
Now that
I have many talents. You haven't heard me sing opera either.
Wait, you can do that?
One of my many disguises requires it. Would you like some?
The opera or the soup?
Yes.
At this point, either or. Whichever one will. I'm not going to play around here. We're trying to blackmail you, and we need you and some of your friends. So whichever one you would like.
Roll diplomacy.
These thumbs direct.
If she comes up the stairs and she's like purple and green, I'm just gonna laugh.
Good, decent modifier, horrible roll.
this is great.
I'll see what my other friend. I'll see if I can get some of my friends to do it. But she looks over to the blueberry soup. I don't know. Some of them are a little pickier than I am.
Then I will sing. I will dance. I will do whatever it takes. The lives of over 1,000 people rely on your help. They've been caged like cattle for perhaps years. They need us.
All right, we'll see.
Should I roll another diplomacy after that little impassioned speech?
Sure.
I hope this works better.
If you get a nat 1 there, I'm going to cry.
Oh, yay! I did way better. Yay! I did doubly better.
Dirty 20.
Well, the nice words will work on me. I'm not sure if it'll work on them, but I guess I'll do my best. And then you see her wave her hands, and all of a sudden, all of the blueberry soup just like kind of water bends out of the pot. She opens her mouth and it just flows in.
Like a Kirby.
That was supposed to be for all your friends, but you know what? I will trust you.
Good stuff.
Right.
If they want more blueberry soup from people, then they're gonna have to learn how to. They're gonna have to learn how to make friends with people.
You know, that is very fair.
All right. Well, I'm going. Bye.
Farewell, Blaine. situation. If she doesn't help, a lot of people die.
Were you talking? Because the sound cut out for me.
I was.
So we're using voices recording here.
All right.
Okay.
Did everyone else hear what I said?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Sorry, Ellie.
I did.
I'm just sad.
I know. In the meantime, I don't know when she'll be back.
Oh boy, that's not good.
She'd like the soup, at least.
Well, that's good. I mean, you didn't come upstairs a funny color, so...
Mm.
Or with any signs up magically grafted to your body, I think.
I just may have to perform one of my arias for her later on.
This day is going to be perfect.
Actually, no, I was thinking I gave Josh a song to use if ever I needed it. I don't know if I will ever have to use it, and I don't know if he actually is going to use it, but it's there. And I did try. So what now, General Tanleal?
Well, Callum has his mission. I suggest waiting for Beleen to get back.
How long is that going to take, though?
I don't know.
What if it takes another day?
We don't have another day, crud. But we can't waste time given what the note said. Like you said, we need to have all our bearings in order. I'm just trying to think of if I need anything from any of the shops before we go.
That's a good idea.
Well, I want to see if... I'm just trying to think who would be the best for this. Something custom that I want made just in case.
What's that?
Flash powder.
Smoke and mirrors.
More like
retina scorching.
More like you fool, I can't see.
Kylam, where does Utharian usually go for that stuff?
I believe he went to Calgary for that.
Well, I guess we can stop on the way.
Point. How is Sarita? I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's kind of buried herself in studies and her work just to avoid, she never, ever since that happened, she hasn't been really open to talk.
Well, I understand it.
We're all a little shook about it.
Shaken. I'm pedantic about grammar. It's
maybe you should try and open up to her before we get going.
I know it's not attractive, but I don't know.
Farina was her friend, not I.
Ending that sentence.
Oh.
I see.
That's tough.
It's amazing well, not really amazing. It almost makes a sick karmic sort of sense. The traitor, the infiltrator, the one who was meant to cripple us from the inside, was the more likable of the two of us.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Sarita thought the same. Like, why couldn't it have been you instead that was the traitor?
I get that a lot. I'm used to not being very likable when I'm actually myself. And I don't think seeing me in this form would exactly do anything to help her state of mind.
Yeah, now that you mention it, probably not the best idea.
Exactly. I have some sense. Not much.
Nonsense.
Wait. Are they still talking from the opposite sides of the room?
Anyway, anyone wants to get their last bit of farewells before we march to Optimar?
I want to speak with my mother and uncle before we go.
Where are they, by the way?
All right.
I'm hoping I have someone to speak to eventually.
Don't want over to. Don't worry. I have the feeling to speak to someone very soon.
I hope so.
I know so.
All right.
Okay, it doesn't need to be a conversation. Faye is she's just basically. Oh wait, actually, she hasn't told her mom about news yet. That might be fun. Jeez.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Snap.
Is she, though?
Preggers, cool. Okay, bye.
Hi, Mom, I'm Preggers. Mom's the word. Okay, bye.
And it's like as they're flying away on end, but they teleport to Opto and it's like, wait, do you hear that on the wind? Jalaron!
Did you hear that? I felt that.
Hey, come on, we already did that in TF2.
Did you hear that? Drive, 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 drive.
All right. Yeah, let's head upstairs and then head out.
Let's go, let's go.
Right. So, you're gonna have the conversation, or you're
Let's
gonna
go
keep
for
it
it.
a surprise?
Just one last thing. I'm sorry, guys. This is just
One
too
last
good not
thing.
to.
She's famous last words. All right.
One more thing.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, you're gonna have grandbabies.
You decide to go look for your mother, and for the sake of brevity, I shall do that whole thing right here.
Right here being computer, please.
So you're right.
Huh?
There.
There. Mother. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Faithern. How are you?
And she comes over and gives her mother a hug.
Oh, your Lissa returns the hug. Oh, I love you too, but what brought this on?
Mother, and her voice just kind of fades away. She realizes what she's about to say and is like, oh, crap.
Do it.
Faye, what's wrong? You look like the cat that swallowed the canary.
Hey, I'm over here!
And Liz is like, hey! Perhaps we should sit down somewhere.
Oh,
Or
right.
is it down on the
There is
stairs?
a bedroom.
Okay.
What's going on?
At one point when I was little, I said that there was something I wanted very much. Do you remember what that was?
Well, there were a lot of things. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific.
That's true.
Spit it out!
I wanted a family. That would make us happy. Well, make me happy. I was a rather selfish child back then.
You wanted a family, then your Lissa's voice just trails off.
No clue. Gets it.
She looks down and up. She begins to babble a little bit.
Well, yes, that.
She immediately rushes you into a hug.
Oh.
Aww. Mama approves.
Yeah, and you also hear her just kind of actually sniffling into your shoulder.
Mother?
Catch out of the bag.
I'm right here.
I just know that you're going to be a good mother someday.
Jeez, Ari. Okay, Faye smiles and hugs her mother back.
I don't know why hearing Ari on Josh mics just makes it funnier.
No matter what you say, you were a good mother to me.
Yes. Maybe we could try. Guess we can do it right this time.
Yes, well, certainly starting things off right. I mean, Jalarum and I are engaged after all.
Yes, well, ideally we would have waited for marriage, but next best thing.
I mean, y'all have 2 years.
Just, I really hope this time turns out better.
It will. I have no doubt about it.
Enough of this. She puts her hands on both of your shoulders. Can't wait to meet your child.
Neither can I.
All right. And make sure that you come back.
Of course.
I will.
Now, I am going to have to tell Earthor about this, and Jalarum should probably not be in the same city after I do.
Yep. I love hearing Ari on Josh's mic from the other room.
I don't suppose that means that Uncle Earthor has become protective of me.
Well, with in his words, someone has to be the father figure.
Then perhaps you should tell him after we leave. I don't know if Jalarum's heart could take that right now.
Fair enough. I will give it. You have a 12-hour head start.
Thank you. 12 hours later, in the middle of the final battle, Earthor, a big wave just comes in like, Jalarum! Final boss defeated.
That's the first fight of the session.
Meteor strike. End. Oh,
It's like Junior Troopa against the Koopa Bros.
perfect victory.
in Bowser's Castle.
No, what I'm thinking now is just like, so then, Sir Tanlio, it has come down to our final show. What do you hear that? Mine.
All right.
I think we should move on now. Oh, we're not there.
All right. You're right. Yeah, you're not there. You're right there.
There we are.
Gemellis has drifted.
Yeah, a little bit.
There it goes.
Oh boy.
All right. So.
So while we're on the carriage ride there, can I take another look at Elvana's book?
Oh.
Hello?
I hear you.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
The notebook or the actual spell book?
Notebook.
All right.
I've got the spell book. Well,
Alrighty.
I guess I'm distracted.
Well,
All right. Give me a sec. I got it. Un momento.
I love that is my absolute lowest roll in Knowledge Arcana.
right, so focus on the words.
Okay, about
It's like
about same as
Ivan's
last
not
time.
one in
Rhyme is
diplomacy.
actually a little curious as to what they're doing. May I try as well? Josh.
1 minute.
Oh, wow. Nat 1.
Is
Let's
is
get
this-
all these nat 1s out of here.
Am I hearing elevator music?
Ouch. All right. Well, fortunately, you don't figure out anything new.
Oh, well.
Honey, I literally just asked if I could help.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm talking between people who are whispering to me. So.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you can roll Arcana as well.
Nope.
It's okay.
Nobody's focused today.
Nope.
Okay. So instead of that, while we're riding along, it's like Faye looks at Jim and is like, "So you said that you had something to say about this before?
Something to say about what?
The look you gave me back when we were in the mummy's tomb."
She puts her arms behind her head and smiles. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Amber leans over and to Jim and asks, Does Ivan need to tell you how it happened?
Hey, I know a song. I know a song.
Do it.
Can we get Helen an inhaler, please?
Oh, come on. That is the first time I played my cards right.
I'm gonna die. Y'all are gonna kill me. You all.
Are we stopping in kindness? No, come on!
Oh, God, I can break. Oh, God.
I hate everybody.
No, Ivan did it.
Josh, end this madness, please.
Oh. No.
Do it. Continue. Go on, please.
Josh, you're the card for the flashbang pattern, dang it!
Okay, so you.
Please, no.
Okay, so you stop at the Galgary trading post, and you see Utharian there, and he's got, and you see that he's missing an arm.
Oh, alive.
Oh, jeez.
What happened?
He looks at you. He's like, he waves at you. Oh, hey, I know you.
Yeah.
Despite her better judgment, Rhyme immediately dashes out of the carriage and doesn't, hug him, but she goes and places both of her hands on his shoulders. I am very, very relieved to see you alive.
Well, right back at you.
That is not his voice.
You've given him like
But I meant
bonbon number of voices.
I think you gave him like a French accent or something like that? Or like a Cajun?
Okay, Ari, I've seen Ladies Night. You have no position to talk from.
Okay, if we're going there.
I know, but I remember loving Utharian's voice. I thought he sounded really cool, like Cajun-y and backwatery. I thought it was really cool.
Well.
Anyway.
The same could be said about you.
Oh, thank you, honey. I love it. Okay.
Ari, we're talking later.
Shush you. Please, I am sorry that it got so out of hand, Utharian, but I'm grateful to see that you are alive still. Do you think you can still fight?
Fight? Yeah.
Then don't. But please let Zandril know that you're alive. Please.
I think she already knows. It's just, I've been kind of out of commission. It's as soon as I left to try and war in Queen Nephthys, I had a bit of a altercation with some drow.
Oh, what form is she in right now?
She's in her human form.
Okay, good, because I was about to say. She's
Unfortunately, my assistants weren't able to survive, and I got away with. I'd say that my arm was a fair trade for my life.
Yes, I know. Well, if Zandril does know that you're alive, she didn't tell me, so I'm going to have to speak with her about that. But if she doesn't know you're alive, I recommend telling her. Just stay safe. And
I sent a carrier pigeon, unless it got intercepted.
I have gotten no birds lately.
I think that answers that question, then.
That could be troubling. In either case,
eaten by a predator.
Just keep yourself out of trouble, and perhaps lay off the carrier pigeons for a moment. We could be coming to the
Disney
end
songs
of the
for fear of the mouse.
Just don't try and send some sort of word to Sarita. I think she's worried about you too.
I will try. It's just I'm kind of under orders from Queen Nephthys to not go anywhere.
And orders. Fun. All right. Could you just show General Tanliel where to find flashbang grenades?
Oh, yes. Follow me. Right away.
It is good to see you, Thorian.
Yeah, it's good to see all of you too. I'm glad that glad no one's dead.
Oh.
Wait, did someone die?
I
meant besides you. I saw you.
Okay, good. So I don't have to break the news.
Okay.
I was there.
It's Utharian, he was a little busy coming back from the afterlife. Forgive him.
Yeah.
In any case, you are all right. Just, if you need to tell anyone, please at least tell Sarita. She's been taking things a little hard the last few days.
Well, I'll send something other than a carrier pigeon, if that seems to be ineffective. All right. You actually stop at a house.
Okay.
Yes. This is my domicile. So, give me 1 second. I'm pretty sure I have some in a storage somewhere.
All right.
Did you make
Okay.
the flash grenades yourself?
No, a couple of us know how to do it, but sometimes I buy it. Sometimes it's cheaper to make it yourself.
Sometimes.
This is something I could learn how to do.
Probably. And he
Excuse me.
Don't die.
You're not
So
allowed
he
to-
walks in and he walks out with a small bag of powder.
All right.
Don't spend it all in one place.
I'll try not to. Before I forget, do you have a flint on you? I realized I didn't have one in my bag.
So needy.
Sorry.
He walks in and grabs you a flint.
Rhyme purses her lips because she. Rhyme purses her lips because she has several comebacks about that for Otharian, but she just minds her own business.
All right, and a bag of flash powder.
Yep.
How many leaves do you have left?
I'm down to 1.
Oh.
Ooh, and
They lasted.
They did.
Like senzu beans.
all right.
Down to 1.
I came up with those. I'm so happy I came up with those gifts.
So, if that's the case, then shall we continue on?
Yes, we're all good.
Yes. All right.
Take care of yourself, Itharian.
That's it. I think that advice better serves you better than it serves me.
Well, we're already a lost cause. You at least have a little bit more means to.
Fair enough.
Suggestion: stop before the gates just to see if drow or whatchamacallit or dwarves are guarding the gate.
All right. You stop in front of the entrance, and it doesn't seem like anyone's around.
Wait a minute.
Well, that's
what?
weird.
Where's Amarda? Where are?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Above the entrance. Oh man, there's a Matico. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I literally did nothing different.
All right. Is this better? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
good.
really lowering my mic. Okay, there we go.
It was all Josh's.
So. Okay. So.
It's abandoned?
You see a
Or did they retreat farther down?
you see a winged figure drop down, and it is Amarda being ridden by Nyan.
Hello. Okay, so what's the situation?
Where is everyone?
Hey, we don't know. We don't know. We wanted to wait for you.
No.
What took you so long? You get a job? Buy a house?
They're going to need it.
Kind of visit a dead guy's place.
Oh, that
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get in there, shall we?
Okay. Before I do, Amber, wait, are we invisible? Did Ryan cast invisibility on us?
On me. On me.
On herself.
Okay. Well, DM, I tap, transform as my dragon form.
Okie dokie.
Oh, before we go inside, if I'm going in as my drow self, but under invisibility. If somehow my invisibility fails, or there's an anti-magic field, You need to treat me as if I am an enemy drow. The reason that way, it keeps the illusion up that I am someone that is not Rhyme. I am Lord Tassarin.
Moment.
I am someone that is not Rhyme. I am Laura Tassarin, who could be there to perhaps kill you or something like that. She's tailing you in order to, find out information. But if my invisibility thing gets compromised, if my identity is compromised, or my hiding, just pretend you don't like me again.
I always liked you.
She wants us to pretend that we hate her guts, Ivan. I'll just pretend you're a rapist or something.
Well, it won't be too hard. We are both drow now.
I'm not...
I swear, if I need to attack you, I will not make it lethal.
Very well.
And I will fake either injury or death so I can flee, but I will find you guys. This is just a precaution. If anyone asks about my human self, just say that she's not with you anymore, because that's technically true. So if they have zone of truth on you, bam.
Just a heads up. I do have to head to bed in about 20 minutes or so. So if we
maybe we should call it here.
How much longer do we have?
Okay, there's a lot left.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess it's a good stopping point.
Yep.
That was so fun!
That was really good.
It was.
Goodness, the amount of emotional storytelling between everyone here today.
Yep. A lot of stuff done today.
Oh my god!
Diabetes.
I am never going to get
Dragonbetes.
to the end of this session.
Boy, you told us to get everything out of the way.
Yep, you did.
I knew Blissy had something planned and it was out. Yeah.
Congratulations, Josh. You played yourself.
Hey, it's only like the 6th time you've done that.
Yep.
On the bright
This
side,
season.
we have a full third time to get into Optimar and do combat.
Oh yeah, we'll be super, super fresh.
Yep.
And again, thanks to the apocalypse, we really
Especially
probably won't have to wait
boys.
that long for our next session.
Yay!
All
Possibly
right.
Friday, I don't know.
Voice
Also,
is definitely
Josh,
gonna
Yep.
prepare.
do you have a little bit of time to talk after the session?
I think so.
Usually,
Yeah.
usually
Awesome.
he does. Anyways, so let us close out. Doc.
Well, there are at least a few moments that I'm going to want to go back and listen to it again just to hear people's
Instinctually, when I heard
reactions
"Let's close out,"
to
I
how
bowed my head
over the
because I
top,
was expecting "Let's
emotional,
close
and
out"
or
in
cute
prayer.
certain storytelling beats are.
I
Because the
think it's the
reactions,
moment
I think, are more entertaining than the story moments themselves.
I think it's
In a
the
lot of
moment
ways,
when
you're
Ari
right.
was literally screaming so loud at a pun that it could be heard from Josh's computer.
See, this is why I've learned to mute myself, because even when I don't, y'all can hear me.
I know.
We can hear you
All
just
right.
vaguely in the
All right,
background.
but- Anyways,
And hey,
Thank
bonus.
you kindly,
Shake.
everyone, for taking part today, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to role play to our heart's content, Josh. It does make a difference.
Thank you.
I gotta give you some entertainment during, as Shay put it, the apocalypse. And
Yay!
all right,
human
and thank you
malware.
all. Have a lovely day. Take care.
All right. Let's make myself bigger. All right. So, hopefully you could still hear some of the video audio without having it drown out my voice. And hopefully I wasn't speaking too loudly that it overshot the mic or just it's just annoying in your ears or whatever. I'm still not good with outros, but seriously, that whole session was great. Although in a previous episode, when the Cheshire Cat showed up too big, I definitely screamed. I know you all saw and heard that, at least. I did not expect that. I was so happy that that was a mistake. I don't know what I would have done. Oh, I mean, if I were there, actually. I still don't know if my instinct is fight, flight, or freeze, or fawn. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But for now, it is 11:40 p.m. So the new episode or my reaction video should be out on Sunday. So probably okay. I will have to go to work tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'll figure this out later. I don't know why I'm telling you this. It'll be now when you watch it. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Say goodbye to Yoshi. Wave goodbye to the viewers, Yoshi. All right. See ya.